I don't believe anything I read, though.
Okay, well then we're probably going to have an obstacle then.
You actually believe that almost half of Americans did mail-in ballots?
I mistook the situation.
Did you though? Did you though? Did you though? This person believes that COVID is gonna come back. Really?
COVID
Really?
is still happening. I got
Get off
COVID
the
like a
couch
month
and
ago.
get off the news. COVID. Yeah, I had COVID too. So what? It sucked for a day.
I'm 100% serious. So gross. Oh, he left.
Happy
Hello?
Halloween.
Happy Halloween. How are you?
I'm doing good. How you doing, Stardust? Why no
I'm doing
banana
fine.
tonight?
Sometimes the banana comes out. It was out a little bit earlier tonight.
You go banana mode?
I'm sorry?
Can you go banana mode?
Yeah, I'll go banana mode. Just give me a second here.
All right, cool. I have my cam on. I know your lovely audience likes to see my beautiful face sometime.
Yeah, give me a second. I will show your camera in just a second here.
Banana mode. Banana mode. How do I do banana mode? Like I want to be like a fucking pineapple. How do I be a pineapple?
So I just do I just download Snap Camera. Snap Camera, it's like an app you can get on your computer, and
it's
there are
that
a bunch
easy?
of filters on that. Yeah.
Is that easy? What the heck? Snap camera.
Yeah.
What the fuck you watching boring ass news videos for, Grandma?
This is almost midterms, my dude. We gotta,
Midterms? What the
yeah.
fuck? Midterms don't, but here's the thing, it's like midterm, it's like that's a thing only grandparents care about.
Well, maybe some more people should care about it other than grandparents, so we're not. So it's
who are
not
you voting
grandparents.
for?
Grandparents making the decisions for the rest of the country. You know.
I agree with that. It should be me. Who are you voting for?
Well, I mean, I'm a Dem, but we typically we have like a Republican governor in Maryland, and he's been pretty good.
You live
actually.
in Maryland?
Yeah.
You live in Baltimore?
I don't. No, I live closer to the DC line. So.
Oh, is your dad a politician?
No.
Okay. So you're gonna vote Dem. So you're gonna
yeah.
vote. You're gonna vote a Dem in a Dem area, which basically is like throwing water into an ocean.
I mean, true. Yeah. But no, I think it's important for us to cover the midterms regardless. I think there are a lot of people in my chat who live in more swing areas. So.
Got it. I live in a swing state. I live in Ohio. It's been a swing state only when there's been a black man running. It's been very Republican, and for everything else, I don't follow politics, but I'm gonna vote. I always vote. I don't know what I don't know what I usually base my votes off of. But who are some hot candidates out there? What are some hot bills on the docket?
Honestly, if you, I just started covering midterms today, so I'm not caught up on anything.
Jesus.
Yeah.
When's the election?
Well, voting is on November 8th, I believe. For Maryland.
Wait. You were talking about that midterms are so important, Stardust. Midterms are so important.
They are.
But you started covering midterms with just a week.
Yes.
I don't think you believe they're that important.
Well, I was covering other stuff, or I was caught up in other stuff rather, so yeah.
You were caught up in pubic hair?
I don't
know anything about that drama, so we don't have to get into it. I probably agree with you though about it from what I saw.
Oh, well, I mistook the situation.
Did you though? Did you though? Did you though? Did you though? Do you honestly feel like you did? Did you honestly feel like you did in the moment?
So we've had months of interaction, and I thought because the two conversations we had, he was fucking with me. I thought in that instance he was fucking with me too, and it wasn't that he was fucking with me. He just had like a malfunction, and I mistook it for something else. So, yeah.
Okay. Did you mistake it for something else? Because again, I only saw the clip, and again, I'm a guy who is admittedly makes an opinion off of ve something very small. In the clip I saw a man who was intentionally showing 2 girls that his sweatpants were low. I don't
I am
know if I'm
not. I don't want to. I don't think
fair enough.
that's true.
Fair
I
enough.
think
Okay.
I honestly think because of how our conversation was going, I thought he's obviously trying to get a reaction out of me in this conversation, and I just thought that was part of it. But honestly, that was just him having like a he was just getting up to stretch, and I mistook his stomach hairs for pubic hairs because his pants were pretty low and I could see his print, and so I thought it was, but it wasn't. So yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
I like you, Stardust. I think you know that by now, right?
I think so.
Okay. I hope that one day you and other women can express how they express what they want to express online without feeling like they need to change their story retroactively to protect their presence online. That's how I took it.
I don't think I need to do that, but I mean, I think it's clear to everybody who's watched the drama going on that in the 2 conversations we had, regardless of what I mistook that for, the conversations themselves were unhinged. And I think everybody agrees on that. The conversations themselves were like about consent and stuff, and he was saying that like waiting for sex is like manipulative power move or whatever, and that was what those conversations were about. And it ended up just being like really just bad conversations, you know. So I think everybody's been on my side for that. I just made a mistake with the tweet. I shouldn't have tweeted stuff over. So,
okay. Yeah, you know, and fair enough. I think that, you know, you're doing what's best for you to kind of, you know, be very cautious when talking about it. I get it. Your chat thinks that I'm baiting you. Do you feel like I'm baiting you in this conversation?
I mean, I think you're Salvo Pancakes. So I mean, you know.
That's a non-answer.
Sometimes Salvo, you do bait people. Sometimes you do.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But do you feel like I'm baiting you here, Stars?
I think I don't know, actually. You seem very genuine, but at the same time, you know, I think other people think you're baiting. I don't think you are baiting. I think that you are being very genuine.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. Okay, so let's talk about Putin speaks, bashes the West. What's the West?
The West is America and anybody who's allied with America.
Gotcha. And that's what everybody considers the West?
I think so, yeah. UK, America, anybody allied with America is the West, yeah, to Russia.
So what the fuck is Vladimir up to?
Well, I mean, the Ukraine-Russian war is still going on.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
What's going on over there? How is that war still going on? Like, actually? So here's my take on the Ukraine war. If it's actually going on, that means the war is one of these fake wars. You know what I mean? Because
I don't know about that.
Well, because Russia has been the U.S., one of these U.S. worries, right? Russia, China. If Russia can't beat Ukraine in an actual war, that means one of two things at that point. Russia is not as strong and scary as we all been worried about. Or two, that means America has boots on the ground, drones in the sky, and is fighting the war for Ukraine. Do you agree with both of those sentiments?
It's a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. So the West has, because Ukraine is seen as like the first line of defense from Russia expanding its borders into other areas. Ukraine is seen as the first line of defense. So it's not just America, but all of these other countries in Europe are actually contributing, giving weapons to Ukraine, giving aid to Ukraine. And while we can't have like actual boots on the ground from our countries, Ukraine has been fighting on the borders of Ukraine for over a decade, against Russia. So they do have some experience, and now
there's no way we don't have boots on the ground over there.
We have
no way.
We don't. We have a ton of equipment though that we are giving to them. Tons of equipment and tons of money that we are giving to them. And the equipment, is some of the best in the world. And Russia, despite being number 2 in military, there's a saying about war, right? That all military equipment is out of date. It's just whose is the most out of date. And unfortunately, Russia's equipment is actually in worse condition than ours, right? So we just happen to be like whooping their asses, basically. So with our equipment, not with our soldiers. So yeah.
Okay. So, but at the end of the day, this just proves that war will. It's like, how does this fucking war end with Ukraine and Russia? Like what's the end? A peace treaty?
I don't know.
A white flag, a nuke. It's like what's the end game? Like Vladimir, I'm a big fan of Vladimir, was talking about, this is going to be easy. They're going to go in. Wow. It's been like how many months now? 10 months? 7 months?
He thought it was going to be done in like a month or 2. And it's been almost a year now. So
it's been almost a year. So it's like, okay, what's going to happen? Like, is this war even happening? Like what's new with this war? But how are people dying?
I mean, they are. I don't know what to say. Like
people were dying, but now
they still are.
What does this war consist of now? Just fucking tanks, a video of a tank driving on a shitty road? Right? Like, are buildings being bombed? Are people being shot?
So infrastructure has been so strategically has been targeted by Russian forces, which has led to certain areas of Ukraine being without power, without electricity, without water, without heat. So it's a very serious situation. Buildings are still being bombed, yes, but probably the worst part is the war of resources, right? When you take out these resources, it kills people slowly. It's a slow killer because people are now freezing and dying of slowly of dehydration and lack of heat.
Who's gonna be fuck midterms? I don't want to talk about midterms. I want to talk about big picture. I want to talk about 2024. What's gonna happen? See, I'm the only person talking about 2024. Everyone wants to talk about midterms, right? How do you think the Dems? What are the Dems gonna do? Are they gonna put Sleepy Joe back up there? Huh, Stardust? No way.
I think they will.
No. Here's my theory on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Sleepy Joe, they're not gonna fucking prop Sleepy Joe back up there. You know who I think it's gonna be?
Who do you think it's gonna be?
I think the Dems. 2 things that can save the Dems. 2 things, and that's it. If not, Trump's gonna run away with it. Putting Michelle Obama on the card. Michelle Obama, president, undercard, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Vice president, it don't matter. Michelle Obama, president. That will make the Dems win in 2024. Or, actually, that's it. I was gonna go into DeSantis and Trump, but those are 2 smart businessmen that will do what's best for both of them, and it's not, fighting against each other. Michelle Obama is the only way the Dems can have the fucking White House. Michelle Obama. Who else? Who other than Michelle Obama? Barack? Yeah, Barack. Who else? Sleepy Joe's gonna back. You know what happened? If they put Sleepy Joe back up there, Donald Trump is 100%, I swear to God on this, 100% going to get 300 million votes if they put Sleepy Joe back up there. 300 million. Sleepy Joe versus Donald Trump. Who are you gonna vote for? Stardust?
I mean, he won once against Donald Trump, right?
No, he didn't.
He did.
Okay. Did you watch the election?
I did, yeah.
Okay. And did you watch previous elections?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Previous elections looked like previous elections looked identical to the election in 2020. Let me explain. In previous elections, at 3:00 in the morning, when one person held so many votes, you know, at three at 3:00 in the morning, when somebody looked like they were going to win at 3:00 in the morning, at 3:00 in the morning, when somebody had a landslide of votes already in and were predicted to win all the other states. At 3:00 in the morning, that guy won. In 2020, at 3:00 in the morning, the guy who had all the states locked up pretty much and was projected to win all the other states at 3:00 in the morning in 2020, that guy didn't win. The
Yep,
guy who was getting
because of
blown up.
mail-in ballots.
No, the mail-in, but no, not the mail-in ballots. No,
Yeah, the mail-in ballots
not,
weren't counted
not the
yet.
mail-in ballot. No. They weren't counted yet? Says who? Says the people that are telling you this?
The election workers.
There's no
we
way.
knew from ahead of time that the mail-in ballots would take longer to count. We knew that it would
No.
take longer to count.
And that's where the conversation ends. Can you admit at least that the election looked a little off?
I can
Can you at
admit
least
that
admit that?
I can admit that it looked different from the typical election, right? But we had different circumstances. We had COVID. We had a lot of people mailing in their ballots, so we
It wasn't
knew
that
ahead of
many.
time.
What was
No,
the
it was a lot
percentage
of people. A lot of
what was the
people.
percentage?
I don't know, but
Right. That's the thing. That's the problem. Is everybody wants to fall back on, oh, it was the mail-in ballots that they haven't tallied yet. And everybody wants to go, well, how much? And they go, a lot. And we want to go, do you know how much? Nobody knows how much. We were just told that there was a lot of mail-in ballots. Well, at the end of the day, the people it should be very easy to give a specific amount of the mail-in ballots. Why doesn't anybody know the specific amount of the mail-in ballots? Because if they gave us the specific amount of the mail-in ballots, we would know exactly of the amounts of the mail-in ballots, which could either prove that the election was not stolen or disprove and prove Donald Trump right. You understand that everybody wants to say the mail-in ballots, there are so many of them, but it should be so fucking easy to give us an exact amount of the mail-in ballots.
I'm
And
sure
if
we
they
can look
do,
it up and find it.
okay, sure, let's look it up. But nobody knows the exact amount. Nobody wants to talk about the exact amount ever, because I don't know why. Because if the exact amount is known, which I'm sure it is, I'm sure the exact amount is definitely known, it would prove one side won, one side lost either way. Like if it comes back with a proven mail-in ballots being like, okay, this state had this much mail-in ballots. That's why it rapidly swung blue. This state had this much, and that's why the percentage swung that way. But none of that's even talked about. Everyone goes, it was the mail-in ballots. Yeah, how much? It's they could tell us exactly on how much Cuyahoga County in Ohio, exactly the amount of votes in Cuyahoga County by the fucking minute. But nobody has any idea of the mail-in ballots. Why? Because it's the smoking gun.
Yeah, no, in 2020, 43% of voters cast ballots by mail.
Says who?
Census.gov.
Census.gov.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. And when was that article or that study put out?
Yeah, it was a unprecedented election year for sure.
What was that? But what date was that study released? Because here's the thing, right? They were priming that narrative for literally months. So this study and this article could have came out for months. And that's another thing. They're priming shit. They're priming the narrative months before. They're talking about.
Okay, the CDC was, and everybody was still talking about COVID. People were dying from COVID. People were advised to cast ballots by mail-in. And that's
Yeah,
what
they were advised
and
to. They were
and a
100%
lot of
advised to.
people, yes, and 43% of people took that advisement.
I will fucking put any money. You're saying almost half of the population did mail-in ballots. You actually believe. I get what that study says. You actually believe that almost half of Americans did mail-in ballots? What did you do? Did you do mail-in or go to the poll?
I went to the poll. I went to the poll.
How many people in your life that you know did mail-in ballots versus went to the poll?
I think about half of the people in my life did
No,
mail-in.
no, I just don't believe that. I don't believe that half the Americans went to the
Yeah,
did
well,
mail-in ballots.
I need evidence that
No
the gov is priming things. Then,
priming things. Are you
yeah,
kidding me? The
yeah.
narrative instantly when COVID happened, instantly. How was this going to affect polls? The government wants to rapidly, send out mail-in ballots, and then after that, immediately everyone goes, "There's an unprecedented amount of mail-in ballots, over half." We were hearing that over half were going to be mail-in ballots months
Mhm.
before the election. That's priming. That's priming. You can pull up
Yes,
articles,
but
but
because
that's
we were in
priming.
an unprecedented
That's such
year
no,
with co
no,
with co
no,
wait a minute,
no.
wait a minute,
No, it wasn't. Because by
wait.
the time
Yes,
November, no.
yes. When's
By
the
the
last
time
time we had a
November,
pandemic of this
no,
scale? When is the
no,
last time we had a
no.
pandemic of this
I don't
scale?
know. I don't know. By
Like
the time,
100 years, my dude. So of
by the,
course we were mailing in
no.
ballots.
By the time November came around, Stardust. By the time November came around, almost every state but 3 were back to normal. So it's
No,
like that narrative that it was unprecedented
no.
doesn't fucking roll.
That is not
Because
the
by
case. I'm sorry. I had friends who work in nursing who were still dealing with far more deaths on a regular basis than they were used to.
that's just not true. That's just not true. And what state?
Arizona was one. That's a swing state, by the way.
No, it wasn't. Arizona was red until it was randomly blue. By the way,
Swing state. Yeah.
no,
The hospitals in Arizona were fucking wrecked. Okay. I had a friend who worked in nursing and usually she's, prior to the pandemic, they would see like a dead body and it would, the whole floor would go silent, right? After the pandemic, they saw so many dead bodies that it was like no big deal. Like it was just another body basically. And there are people in the medical industry who were retiring early left and right. I know this because I was also working in the medical industry around that time.
are you a doctor?
I'm not a doctor. I just worked in the medical industry, but I knew doctors
What did
and
you do?
nurses. I don't want to go into the details. I knew doctors and nurses who were retiring early, left and right because of the pandemic.
Okay, but I'm telling you, in the majority of the states, in the huge majority of the states, it was back to normal by November. So the narrative that it was unprecedented, yeah, maybe in fucking April, but in November, it basically was a normal year.
No, when it gets to cold weather, you start worrying again about the rate of infection ticking up.
Well, yeah, that was another narrative that they were spewing, but that wasn't the case. That just wasn't the case.
It was the case. Again, every year when it gets to cold weather, there is a fear that the infection rates are going to spike up, and they do spike up.
Yeah, no, you're okay. Well, I don't even care that much. So let's change that
and if
topic.
somebody
What
makes
else
a
you
good
talking about?
point that the vaccine didn't get approved until December after the election, we were still locked down.
But once but that doesn't mean anything because half of the country still isn't vaccinated and half of the country doesn't even care about the vaccination. So it's not like everyone was waiting around for the vaccine.
43% still voted by mail-in.
I don't believe that. I get that you see that number. I don't believe that number. I don't think almost half of Americans voted by fucking mail-in. No way. Not a chance. And I'm usually proven right, so I will wait for the history
Somebody in
books.
chat says, Stardust, I'm in the medical field right now, and it's still not back to normal. And a lot of providers are already saying winter is coming. Yeah, no, I've heard the same thing. I've heard a lot of providers talk about that.
This person believes that COVID is going to come back. Really?
COVID is still
Really?
happening. I
Get
got
off
COVID
the
like a month
couch and get
ago.
off the news. COVID. Yeah, I had COVID too. So what? It sucked for a day.
Here's I can give you a link to something. electionlab.mit.edu. It breaks down voting patterns in the 2020 election, and I think it'll make a lot of sense to you.
I don't believe anything I read though.
Okay, well then we're probably going to have an obstacle then.
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone's in everybody's pocket nowadays except me. How you been, Stardust? Are you okay?
I've been fine, yeah. I've been fine. How have you been?
Great. I've been great. Anything fun you want to talk about?
Fun. What's been going on with I see Bowblax is like so close to losing his YouTube channel. I'm so confused what happened. And people are
He
just
broke the
getting struck
rules, I
left and
think.
right.
Yeah, he broke the rules.
How do you break the rules on YouTube? That's so scary.
What did he even do? What did he get struck down for? I have no idea. Did Diorio tell you to ask me that?
No, I was looking on Twitter today and I saw him tweeting about it, and he was saying that it's so scary that and that he might be losing his channel, and he has it pinned actually on his Twitter where he has 2 strikes on his channel, and these are for his typical where YouTube videos where he just reads tweets that people do, right? And yeah, and he's got 2 strikes now.
Yeah, it sucks. It's horrible. I hope that he gets those strikes removed. It's awful. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't even know. I don't talk to them. You know, Josh, he's a good kid. He doesn't deserve that for sure. It's bad. YouTube's bad. YouTube's bad news. Twitter's bad news. YouTube's bad news. Every platform that we all rely on uh, uh, is bad news just because they can get away with everything. When there's one YouTube, they can just fucking take. What did they even say that he got in trouble for? I have no idea. I mean, regardless, it probably doesn't even matter what they're saying did because he probably didn't do it. Even if he shot a person on YouTube, I don't think that you should be kicked
Yeah.
off of YouTube.
One of them
So,
says violent or graphic content. The other one says nudity
but
and sexual
here's the
content.
thing. Here's the thing. YouTube, Josh doesn't do anything edgy.
He doesn't. I agree with you.
He doesn't do anything. He sits there and he reads or he plays Sonic. So obviously YouTube's in the wrong for that. You know what I mean? I heard Augie got a strike. Obviously, Augie doesn't do anything edgy or say anything edgy.
Well, Augie's an edgy boy.
What has Augie ever said that was edgy to you?
I think he just runs a little bit of an edgy show, but I don't know that I agree with him getting a strike either.
RFC's edgy?
I think so, just a little bit.
Jesus. Yeah, I mean, I don't.
It's okay. I don't mind it. I'm edgy too, but
you're not edgy.
I can be.
Say the N-word.
I already said the N-word.
Say it again for me.
I know. I don't want to say it for you. I don't want to say it on air. I'm gonna get in trouble.
What's the Indian N-word?
There's sand N-word. There's napkin N-word. It's just N-word, but with an adjective.
What is napkin N-word? What is that?
I don't know. I don't understand why they call us napkin N-word, but apparently that's
what's the origin behind that?
I have no fucking idea, my dude. Stardust, okay, I can't listen to Salvo without wanting to become violent. Rude. Catch you later.
That's what I gotta deal with. That guy has what is that guy's problem? What is that guy's problem? What do you think? Do you know what that guy looks like?
I don't know what he looks like. No. Look,
do you want me to go, Stardust? I'll go.
No, you're fine. Okay, let's Google slurs for Indian people. Yeah, napkin N-word is one of them. I don't know why though.
Is that because you guys need to clean yourselves?
It might be for because some people wear turbans or something, and maybe they're making a joke about that.
Oh, okay. Do you wear a turban?
No,
when you go in public?
No.
Are you Sikh?
I'm not.
Are you religious?
No.
What's your real name?
I'm not giving you my real name.
Not even the first name?
Mm-mm. First name is too it's too easy to, you know, find everything out about me.
The first name is?
Yeah.
Are you one of those Indians that only have one name?
No, I have two names. It's just my first name is spelled like it's a fucking typo, you know? So
Is it really?
yeah. So it's very easy to just find me.
Did you you grew up in America, right?
I did, yeah.
Okay. Were your parents first generation?
Yeah, they were. They were.
So both of your parents are like have accents.
Yeah. They did, yeah.
So do mine.
Oh, cool.
So I'm
Where are your
also
parents from?
I can't dox myself like that.
Wow.
They're from Canada.
Uh-huh. Do we have Canadian accents?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good to know. Good
Common
to know
ground.
a fellow person
Very
of,
cool.
you know, of different origin.
Do you like your dad?
Do I like my dad? My dad was kind of crazy. So my mom and my dad ended up getting divorced when I was younger. And I just kind of cut contact with him slowly over time. So
Interesting. Okay. My mom should have divorced my dad, but she's
yeah.
still with him.
Yikers.
Yeah, okay. Some common ground there. Do you what do you do when you wake up?
What do you mean? What do I do when I wake up?
What's your morning routine?
When you wake up, it's really awful, but I'll look at Twitter first, honestly.
Same.
Yeah.
It is bad, isn't it?
Yeah. And then after that, I'll get up and have breakfast and then start
What do you
planning for
eat
the day.
usually?
I usually have chai in the morning, and that's about it. And then I'll
What is
plan.
chai?
It's like an Indian tea, basically. Starbucks appropriated it. You probably know it, like because Starbucks calls them chai tea lattes. It's an Indian
I
thing.
just started to have Starbucks like 2 months ago. Before then, I didn't have any Starbucks. I only started drinking coffee this year.
Oh damn! Wow.
Yeah. Okay, so you have chai. Do you eat? Do you eat?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Occasionally, I'll
What's
have
your
like a egg cheese biscuit.
Okay, egg cheese biscuit. Egg cheese biscuit, great. Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. And then do you have a day job? Do you have any day priorities you have to do?
No, I'm a streamer full time, so I do stream full time.
Are you?
Yeah. I mean, I switched over about a year ago from from being part-time streamer to full-time streamer, and now I'm thinking, I don't know, we'll see what happens. So
Okay, so you're full-time content.
yeah, I am.
How often are you live? I feel like I never see you live anymore.
Oh, I'm live all the time. I'm live all night. Oh.
Oh, you do all night.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to end earlier and start earlier, but I've not been great at it. So, but yeah.
Okay. Okay. So no day obligations, right? Full-time content.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what do you like what's your routine? Do you work out before? Do you do yoga? Do you go on a walk?
I have a rowing machine, so I will I'll spend some time on that for a bit. I
Like the
usually,
like the brothers from the Facebook movie.
yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, it really depends on the day. So it really depends on the day because some days I have more stuff to do than others. But yeah, I'm still kind of figuring out whether I'm going to continue doing like content full time or not. So yeah.
What would you do it if you didn't do content full time?
Maybe work in events again or something. I used to work in events.
What part of events?
Like production and stuff.
What kind of production?
I don't wanna go into more details than that.
Oh my God.
I'm
Okay.
a woman on the internet, man. What do you expect?
Bro. All right. Okay. So do you what's your like living situation? Do you live alone? Do you live with your parents? Apartment, house, condo, flat?
Um, I don't want to give details of my living right now. So.
Okay. What is that Keem or is that Diorio on Drama Alert? I do not believe that Keem started with checking out the Stardust. Unless someone told me. Yeah, it is a boring conversation. But I'm getting to know my friend Stardust here, right?
Yeah, why don't you tell me about you?
Do you know what's like so annoying?
What?
This is the standard Salvo Pancakes is held at. This is the standard that Salvo Pancakes is held at. I get a million dollars worth of hate if I'm over the top. And then I also get hate if I'm being too nice and boring. Like, is anybody held to a standard that's unattainable except me?
I mean, I think half of the people who hate me think I'm a Nazi, and the other half thinks that I'm an SJW. So I'm kind of there. I'm similar.
No, that's very different. That's not what I have. My problem is so unique to myself here. So unique to myself. You probably don't keep up with me often, but I'm getting I have a tag on me right now that Salvo needs to be kicked out of commentary. Good and all, he's a leech. That's Diorio. Diorio in the chat just goes, Salvo needs to be kicked out of commentary community. Good. And for all, he's a leech. That is Diorio.
You
I'm taking a
think
screenshot of
you think Diorio would type that?
Oh, what did you just say to me?
You think Diorio would type that?
Yes. Do you know? Okay. So let me ask you this. Do you think Diorio would type that? Can you
Oh,
read the tweet out? Can you read the comment out loud?
it says Salvo needs to be kicked out of commentary community. Good and for all, he's a leech.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you think Diorio would write that?
You know, the he's a leech part does sound a little bit like Diorio, but the first part, the first sentence sounds a little bit like Keemstar.
Salvo no.
Like Keemstar's trolling you.
No. I know Diorio. I know the way Diorio types. Diorio uses the and symbol. Keemstar types out and. I know that's Diorio because Diorio does the and. I do the and too. A lot of the time. So, and that's a sentence with two, that's a comment with two sentences. Keemstar only does comments, a couple words in a sentence. That's a comment that is two sentences.
Tell me about yourself, Salvo.
Oh God. Okay. Ask me questions. I will see. I'll do any interview
Are you
because I
married?
love being. I am married. Yes.
How long have you been married for?
1 year.
Oh, congratulations. How did you meet her?
High school.
Wow. So you're kind of young then, huh?
I'm 28.
Okay, yeah, you're young-ish. So
Yeah. Been together for 10 years. Yeah.
Whoa, you've been together for 10 years?
Wait.
Wow.
You can ask me these questions, but are these Diorio specific questions? Because Diorio is working on a video, and I don't want you to be I don't want him to be using you to get information out of me.
Oh, I don't think Diorio never tells me what he's working on, so I don't know what he's working on.
Oh, I know what he's working on because I now work for Keemstar, so I get all the inside Diorio scoops.
Oh, okay. All right.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
well,
ask away. But you didn't answer my question. Is Diorio giving you these questions to ask me?
No. I'm just thinking of them.
Say swear to God.
I swear to God. On Banana's honor.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So you've been together for 10 years. Wow, that's amazing. Well, so you've been with like one woman your whole life?
No.
Well, oh, so you were a slut in high school?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes. I put my dick in anything. man, woman, it doesn't matter.
That's concerning.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys were together at 18, and you guys have been together for 10 years, right? That's what you said? You're
Yeah.
28 now, so since 18. How did you meet her?
High school.
That's it?
In high school, yeah.
How did you know she was the one?
Come on, what do you? Because I can look in her eyes and see eternal happiness.
Is that really what it is?
Uh-huh. Next question, Barbara Walters.
Okay. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
McDonald's. Egg McMuffin and a hash brown and a Coke and a coffee.
Did you get your wife anything?
She had an Egg McMuffin. She put the hash brown on the Egg McMuffin, and she had iced coffee with vanilla.
Nice.
Yep. I like McGriddles too. I bet there's nothing better than an Egg McMuffin. I've been having like lots of like Tim Hortons because I've been in the Buffalo area. Tim Hortons is great, but McDonald's is always good.
Oh, is your wife with you in the Buffalo area?
Yes.
Awesome.
Do
you do anything else other than content creation?
In terms of money?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Not currently.
Not currently. Okay.
Yeah. My wife's a doctor, but
your wife's a doctor. Wow, that's based. How long has she been a doctor for?
A year and a half.
Wow. So you were with her through residency and everything.
Oh yeah. I know it all.
Damn. You stuck it out through all of that. Wow.
Of course.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. Like residency is crazy. Like you can like expect to never see the person ever.
Oh yeah, it was really tough. It was really tough. She's a smart cookie. She studied very hard.
Damn. So what field is she in? Like in medicine? Are you allowed to say?
Occupational therapy.
Oh, very cool. Wow. I like your wife a lot.
You don't even know her.
But I like her.
Yeah, she's brilliant.
Yeah. That's awesome. So, did you study anything yourself or specialize in anything yourself?
Yeah, let me try to remember the story I told everybody 10 months ago. Okay. I got my I studied I'm also technically a doctor. I got a PhD in education. So I graduated college with a PhD in education, and that's what I studied.
Wow. So you were a teacher before you did content?
I was, yeah.
Makes a lot of sense, honestly. You know, like you.
It does. It does make a lot of sense. It does.
Yeah.
Why do you think it makes a lot of sense?
Because you speak to the children. You know, the children are your minions. You know, you speak and they will rise up.
Children.
You speak and they will rise up, and you can command them, and they will attack.
You think I have children audience?
Well, I mean, younger audience, not like.
You think so?
Not like high school to college. You know.
High school to college. I don't think I have any high schoolers. No.
Disagree.
Really?
Okay.
I don't. Yeah,
I assume I assume your audience is similar to Augie's audience, right?
You're so no.
Oh,
no,
okay.
Not mine. Nope. Not mine. Is that the narrative that I have children? An army of children? I'll take an army of children. Army of children would be less work to control. What did Nick tell you?
Nick told me that commentary is a lot of younger audience, and I noticed that with Augie's audience. Augie's audience is much younger than
young.
Mine.
Augie's audience is very young, very. That's why Flamenco wanted to be a co-host on RFC. Salvo's audience is not young. Definitely
Or
not
how old do
young
you think your
physically.
audience is?
Oh, Jesus. 21 to 35.
Okay. Yeah, cool. Mine is like around 25 to like 40, I think. 45.
That's mine. That's mine too. An army of children. Really?
I mean, it's good to have children audiences because they will pay a lot.
You were under. I
wish I had a
I'm
children
waiting
audience.
to see that. I'm waiting to see money.
They'll fork up big bucks for you, my dude.
I'm waiting on that. I think that's the issue.
Waste their parents' money like it's no tomorrow.
I don't have any. I haven't made a cent for my YouTube channel this year. Not a cent for my YouTube channel this year.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, no older people don't want to give you money anyways. Yeah. Isn't that right, chat? Unbelievable.
Of course. Yes, that's why it's why I need money, because I don't have children audience. You thought I had children audience? I should leave. That's kind of disrespectful to assume.
I didn't mean it to be disrespectful. I just was thinking like Augie, because that's what I know you from that sphere, But I didn't know. Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Well, that's a little disrespectful, Stardust.
I have a lot of respect for Augie and for you.
Well, that's very kind.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a younger audience, if Augie swings that, So yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Though
Augie's young. I'm like 10 years. I'm 8 years older than him.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. I didn't think about that. You look young. That's why.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Do you think I'm one of the best looking people on YouTube?
In commentary, 100%. Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you. Are you gay, straight, bisexual, fluid? What are you?
I'm bisexual.
Okay. Do you actively date? Do you have a girlfriend, a boyfriend?
Yeah, no, I'm seeing somebody. I've been seeing somebody for about like 5 months now, so.
Oh, girly, really?
Yeah.
Boy or girl?
A man.
A man. Okay, how old?
Same age as me, 31.
31. Okay, and what does he do for work? And what is his name?
I can't give his name, but he works like, I think he works for like the government or something, or he works in the environmental sector or something. So
interesting. Yeah. Okay. Do you guys like kiss?
Oh no, that's gross.
Oh, you're one of those people.
Yeah, I don't like to do that.
You don't like to talk about your bedroom antics?
I don't like to touch people. I don't like people touching me.
Even your boyfriend?
Yeah. Gross. Kissing on the lips, are you kidding me? Disgusting.
I don't like sarcasm, Stardust. No, I don't do sarcasm.
I'm 100% serious. So gross. Oh, he left. Damn.